Hi, Libra singles. This is Kathy. Welcome to my channel, Kathy Mamolen, Psychic Medium. Welcome to an in-depth new love, future spouse, new relationship, new partner reading. We're going to be doing lots of clues. We're going to be pulling some charms. We're going to see who, when, personalities, their traits. We're going to try to do a deep dive into who is coming next in love. So if that sounds like something that you are looking for, stay with me and let's see what all these clues are that Spirit has for us today. So Libras, welcome. Let's see, my Libra singles. This is going to be an in-depth reading. We are going to see who's coming in love. You can use this reading as a manifestation if you're waiting for this love. Take the clues that resonate, leave the rest behind. Some will resonate, some may not. It's a general reading for lots of single Libras, so some will resonate with others. So let's see, Spirit, I am here with all my Libras. I would love for you to share with me my next spouse, my next relationship, new boyfriend, new girlfriend, any connection that is coming into my life, any clues and evidence that you have for me today. I am listening for you now. Rehabilitation. This looks like you healing. You've gone through some kind of healing process, and that is usually when new love comes into your life, is like after you've completed a cycle of ending something, healing, repairing, and then all of a sudden that door opens. Sacrifices, being willing to, be open to, of course, receiving the love that Spirit has for you, but are we willing to sacrifice things like changing our schedule? Would we be willing to move? Would we be willing to, change our routine just to be in a relationship? So they're little sacrifices, but they're things that change. Like if you're very set in your ways and you like your routine and you like your life the way it is now, what are you willing to give up time-wise, energy-wise, so that you can allow this love in? So Spirits is saying, are you ready to sacrifice something? Are you ready to sacrifice time even? Connecting with nature, connecting with yourself. So while we're waiting for this new love, okay, it's always the sense of repairing, healing, working on ourselves, self-love. All of those things are very, very important as we're waiting for this new love. Spirit, what do you have for my Libras? What do you have for my Libras? What is coming? Who is coming? What do you have? I have a Hangman. Yeah, there's you. There. This is you waiting. It's okay. I have a Six of Cups. I have a King of Swords. And I have a Wheel of Fortune. So it's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time that this strong King is reaching out to you, somebody that you really connect to, somebody that you can communicate with, somebody that you feel intellectually connected. Now, some of us, depending on, who you are, it's like, yeah, being attracted to them physically is great. And of course you want that. But you want somebody you can talk to, like this is somebody that you can really talk to, is this King. And maybe you like what they have to say, Spirit just said. Like maybe you just are impressed with what they have to say, how they say it. You just like listening to them. Maybe you just like the sound of their voice. Okay. So that could be really important, but that intellectual connection is coming into me, that conversation, something that you've always hoped and dreamed for with that Six of Cups. So that is gorgeous right out of the gate. Spirit, please share with me, what messages do you have for my Libra today for this love? What messages do you have? Selfless, the wild swan. So they're selfless, okay? They're going to put you first is how that's coming into me. And I love the swans, the two swans in the lake in the background. If you can see the two swans. Of course, swans are a symbol of a soulmate, right? Swans, you rarely see swans swimming by themselves. They always have that partner. They have that soulmate connection. So it could be Spirit spirit's way of saying, you know, I want this in my life. Once we find each other, I'll give you whatever I need to make you happy. You make me happy, I make you happy. But it could be a soulmate connection. I have examination. All right, so look at him, brides on their trail. These are fairy tale cards, so they're fairy tale legends. Examination, you can see he's a thinker, right? There's that intellectual feeling that I had. Maybe he's a deep thinker. Maybe he's deep in thought. Maybe he thinks before he speaks, which I would love. He or she, you can interchange pronouns on any of my readings, of course. He or she, you know, they think before they speak. Maybe they're very in tune with listening, something like that. I like that. And then I have guidance, Puss in Boots. Okay. Seeking guidance. I like this. You know, I like the whole sense of, I don't know, this either, I feel like he's being guided is how it's coming into me now, that he's either being spiritually guided or he's guided by values, morals, his belief system, what difference between right and wrong, spirit just said, you know. So I do feel like he is, you know, for lack of better terms, you know, like plays by the rules, you know, like just plays by the rules and isn't going to, you know, I don't know, mess up with his life for no good reason. He thinks before he does anything. I have compassion at the bottom of my deck. Beautiful card, Snow White and the Red Rose. Look at, like, we're so connected to each other. We're so connected, you know, intimately, physically. I love this kind of intertwining with each other. I love this kind of deep soul eye gazing also going on in this card. So there could be a lot of that going on as well. So that is gorgeous. Spirit, please share with me for my Libras, this connection. Please share with me this connection. I have I have two. I have a Hermit and a Wheel of Fortune. It's just a matter of time. Destiny, fate. Spirit might have you in a hermit mode. You may be feeling, I'm really alone. I've been waiting for this. We have to believe in divine fate. We have to believe in destiny, divine timing. And it's just literally just a matter of time. I have an 8 of Wands. So this could all change very, very quickly. My 8 of Wands come into me very, very fast. Now I do have this traveling and this airplane. So maybe this person loves to travel, wants to travel with you. Maybe that's one of the first things that you guys do together as a couple that kind of cement the relationship. You take a trip away, stay in a hotel. You realize that you really are falling in love with each other, that you really do want to be with each other, something like that. So even if you feel like you're alone, no worries. It's going to pass. We're going to get some timeline elements in a minute, but let's see. So Wheel of Fortune twice. We have 2 Wheel of Fortune. So destiny. I'm a big, you know, belief in destiny and divine timing. You guys know that. So it's on its way. I have an impact, a memorable impression and influence. So almost the sense of you've made a impact in their life, right? Like maybe their first impression of you is like, wow, you know, my life just changed. My life just, you know, that moment in time, or my life just changed on a dime feeling, something like that. I have a fight, battles with emotions or beliefs. Now that's coming into me as I'm going to fight for my happiness. I'm going to fight for a relationship. I'm going to, I don't want to struggle, right? I don't want to struggle. And if I have to wait, I'll wait. Okay. Because I'm going to fight for what I deserve and I'm going to not settle. So that is probably more you than anything. That's probably you right now saying, I'm not settling. I want the best. I want true love. I want real love. I'm not going to just, you know, be with anybody. So I do feel that. And I have a love potion, love, attraction, and sexual arousal. Almost the sense of love poison. It says love potion, and then it says poison on the bottle. When you start to fall in love, it does feel like that. It feels like somebody's, like, what did you give me? Like I'm crazy. I'm not acting like myself. I'm not acting normal, right? So, this love, this sexual arousal, all these feelings start flowing, all our hormones and endorphins are flowing and all of those things, and you do feel like, what did you give me, like what did you do to me, so that it does happen when we first start to fall in love. Spirit, please share with me, what do you have for messages? I have a 10 of cups, 10 of cups, 10 of shells. So success, happiness, security, happy home, happy life, like this collection. Look at this beautiful collection of shells. Like look at all that we've combined. We've combined our lives together and it's created this beautiful collection. I have a King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles, security. Okay. The realist. Yeah, he is a realist. This person, he or she is a realist because they think before they speak. They give some thought to things. They have this big belief system behind them that they kind of follow the path of, I like to do good. I don't want to, get in trouble in any way. I like to follow. They're a rule follower, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with the rule follower. I'd rather be with the rule follower than the rule breaker. But they're a realist. A Two of Pentacles, and I have change, and they're ready for a change. They're ready to make a change in their life. They're ready to make a decision to move forward in their life. So let's see what their personality is. We'll get some clues now. What is their personality? We have a sense from the cards and spirit, like, who this person is and some of the things about them. But let's get some other things. Let's see. They're very faithful. Absolutely. They're not going to break the rules. This person is very faithful. You don't have to worry about it. They're very easygoing. Maybe that's what you love about them. They're very easy to talk to. They were a great communicator. You enjoyed talking to them. They're very helpful. I do feel that. I do feel like they were selfless, right? So they're very helpful. They're going to put you first. Very trustworthy. Maybe that's very important to you, that I really want somebody I can trust, that I can they just keep saying that I can listen to, and then when what they're telling me I know is truthful. I don't even ever second guess it, something like that. They're very forgiving. Okay. They're very patient. Maybe you have more anxiety or more energy than them, and maybe they're a more calming energy for you. Maybe there's something going on there. They're very truthful. Spirit really wants you to know, faithful, truthful, trustworthy. That must be something that's very important to you. Okay, so you need to know that. And they're very determined. They are that king. They're that King of Pentacles. They're very determined to have success. They probably have some abundance flowing in. They probably have a very good job. They have a good head on their shoulders. I feel like they've done all the right things, like whatever the right things are for them, they kind of went through all the paces of, I've been doing all the right things for a long time so that I have a nice life, and and that I'm rewarded, Let's get that. These are some, now they could be in the armed services. So take some of these clues. You can, whatever resonates, and leave the rest behind. There'll be a lot of different clues. So some will be for you and some will be left for someone else. Okay. So, but they could be in the armed services, and that would be a sense of being dutiful, right? And being doing all the right things, right? Like following all the rules, if they were in some kind of armed services or something along those lines. They're very close to their family. That's important. They would love to have a second home in the water someday. Maybe that's something that you would like. Maybe that's one of their goals. They love music. They have long hair on top and a little bit shorter on the sides. Okay, so they wear their hair a little bit long, a little bit longer, maybe it's got a curl or something. They live in an apartment building, maybe they have a condo. They say they like to save. They're a saver. Okay. They like to save. They want to save for their future. Maybe they want to save for a second home someday, something like that. They have a shadow and maybe it's attractive, but you always kind of feel like they're one day away from they need a shave, something like that. But maybe it's sexy. Maybe it's how they just always look like they have a little bit of a shadow. Maybe that's their look. They are a junk food junkie. They're junk food junkie. Maybe that's something you have to help them with. They shouldn't eat so much junk food. They would love to have children someday. Okay. They like to buy flowers. I'll take that. Let's get one more of these, Spirit. And they love rock music. So they're a big rock music. They're a big music fan. Maybe that's their hobby. Maybe they like to go to concerts or just listen to music, or maybe they're just, just always have music going in the background, something like that. Spirit, please share with me some clues. What do you have for me? Past life. You may feel like you've known this person forever. I love that feeling. I love that feeling of, because we had that soulmate connection a little bit earlier with the swans. So maybe we feel like I've known you forever, and it's a very easy connection to walk right into. Destiny. Spirit has said 3 times now, 2 Wheel of Fortunes and this Destiny card, that it's chance, it's timing, it's divine timing, it's meant to be, it's fate. So just trust, please just trust that this is on its way. I have a beauty queen. They put you on a stage, maybe they really adore you. Maybe they just love everything about you. Maybe they just love watching you kind of walk around and how you're dressed, and you catch them looking at you, and they just think you're beautiful. Not so much a beauty queen, but they just think you're beautiful. And I kind of feel like they put you, and you want that. You want somebody that thinks you're beautiful and kind of looks at you and admires you. So let's see what else they have for clues. Look for a ladybug. Okay, look for a ladybug. I always like that. I don't know. It could be anything. It could be a picture of a ladybug, and then all of a sudden this person appears into your life. It could be something like that. I have an autumn with a heart. Okay, this person could be coming in the autumn time. I have vapes or a smoker. They could smoke something. I don't know what they're smoking, but they could be smoking something. I have Christmas time being important for us. Maybe we're going to meet in the autumn. Maybe we'll be together at Christmas time. That would be exciting. I have very spiritually connected. Okay, maybe we both celebrate Christmas or we celebrate the same holidays. Musician. Now, we had a lot about music. Maybe they actually play an instrument. Maybe they do play an instrument themselves. They could be a Taurus. I like that. They could be a Scorpio. Okay. And one more of these, please, Spirit. And I have 2. I have city life and artistic. So there's a sense of them that's artsy. Maybe they're into art. Maybe they like to do things. Maybe they like to go to museums. I don't know. And they like to kind of be out and about. I mean, maybe if they had a choice that, do you want to go walk around the city for a day? That's like fun for them. And one more, Spirit said, please, I have a tattoo. So they may have a tattoo also. Let's get some other signs, and then we're going to go, and then we're going to go into the some charms. Okay. So let's see. We've got lots going on here. My Libras, they could be a Virgo. Whoop, this one jumped out. Let's get the jumper. I've got a Cancer, and let's just do one more because we've got quite a few signs already, and a Sagittarius. So I like all of those signs. All right, so that's wonderful. And let's see if we can get a timeline, and then we're going to do some charms. Okay. Let's see. When is this person coming for my Libras? When is this person coming for my Libras? I have the number 16. Could be 16th of a month. 10. Look for these numbers. I have an April being important. I have the number 25. I have September being important. And one more of these, please. And I have March. So March, April feeling, and then I have this fall feeling. So those could be birth months. They could be other significant months that are important to you guys. They could be future wedding dates for all that it is. All right, let's get some clues. I've got my magic bowl, of my big heart bowl, I should say, my magic heart bowl. And I definitely have my magic scoop. For those of you that know me, I've had this thing for about 20 years, and it is nice. All right, sorry about the sound. It is a big bowl of chunky charms, and we want a good scoop, Spirit. We want a good scoop. We want to know. Okay. So let's see if we've got what clues we have. All right. I have a letter V. I have a letter V. I have a Pisces. I have another sign. I have a number 4. I have an Aquarius. Lots of signs today. I have a letter M. I have an Eiffel Tower in Paris. Maybe we're going to go to Paris. Maybe we had that travel earlier. Maybe we're going to go to Paris. I have a witch's broom, but it's coming into me as like I want to just sweep you off your feet. That's how it came into me. Every journey starts with one step. Like we're just going to start, day 1. All of a sudden I'll be in your life. I love that. Let's see what else. What are these guys? A family's love is forever. They were close to their family. I liked that. I have a Jewish star, so we could have different religions. Let's see what this guy says. This is like a reindeer. And it says this time of year, something about Christmas, this time of year. I have a tree, putting down roots, a family tree. Family's very important to them. Maybe they want to start a family, put down roots with you, something like that. So, and then I have a camel. I'm not sure about the camel, but I don't know. Camels just go slow and steady and never give up, right? They never give up. I do want to do a few more letters. I don't feel like I've gotten enough letters. So let's get a couple of letters. Spirit, please share with me a couple of letters if you can, or any other clues that you have. I have a letter R. I have a letter N. I have a letter S. I have another V. I have 2 V's. I had the V up here and I have a V here. Something about their mouth, but I always see this card as you love their smile. They love your smile. So maybe that's the first thing you notice. Very independent. And let's get a couple more of these. I have bald. I don't know. Maybe they're going bald. Maybe that's something that bothers them. It's not, it's not unheard of. Or maybe they just keep their hair very, very short. I'll say it that way. And I have the letter B. I have wealthy. All right. I'm gonna end on that note. I think that's cool. This person could be everything that you're looking for. They don't have to be wealthy. That's a bonus if they are. But I love this person's energy. I love how they put you kind of first and want to be there for you. And I love that whole trusting feeling, that dependable feeling. You can trust their words was a big message for me, my Libras. So we're going to put this out into the universe, and we are going to ask Spirit to bring you this love. I want to thank Spirit for this reading today. If you're new to my channel, please remember to hit that like, subscribe, ring the notification bell. If you'd like to book a private reading with me ever, you can go to my website and I will put those links in the description below.